As you may or may not know, it is America's 250th birthday this upcoming 4th of July. In honor of that, here are 47 facts about the 47 presidents of the United States of America. George Washington is accredited with introducing mules to America. To comfort himself in dying, John Adams made a reference to his former vice president, Thomas Jefferson. Those famous last words were, "Jefferson still lives." However, it turns out Thomas Jefferson happened to die that same day, just a few hours before John Adams. Now, as I previously mentioned, Thomas Jefferson died the same day John Adams did, just hours before him. And the day that they both died was July 4th, 1826. They both died on America's 50th birthday. James Madison is considered the smallest U.S. president so far. His height was 5'4" and his weight was 100 pounds. During his 1820 campaign, James Monroe only lost one total electoral vote. He got 231 electoral votes out of 232. John Quincy Adams is the first president to be the son of another U.S. president. The sixth president was the son of the second president, John Adams. Andrew Jackson is considered the first president to be a common man. Martin Van Buren was the first president to be born after 1776, meaning he is the first U.S. president that was actually born in America. William Henry Harrison holds the record for shortest presidential term. He died after 1 month in office. John Tyler had 15 total children, and in fact, he currently has one living grandson. James K. Polk promised he would only serve one term, and in fact, he kept that promise. He was the first president to ever serve only one term by choice. Zachary Taylor had famously never voted. It was not until 1848, when he ran for president, that he voted for the first time for himself. Millard Fillmore installed the first White House library. Franklin Pierce was arrested while in office for running over a woman with his horse. It is later on that he identified himself and was released. James Buchanan was the only president to be a bachelor for his entire term. Abraham Lincoln is currently the tallest U.S. president at 6'4". Andrew Johnson was the first president to ever be impeached. Ulysses was originally not President Grant's first name. It is said that due to a clerical error when he enrolled at West Point, they inverted his first name, Hiram, with his middle name, Ulysses, and he said he enjoyed that set of initials better, so he kept it that way. Rutherford B. Hayes won presidential election by one electoral vote. James Garfield was the first left-handed president. Chester Arthur was known for his love of fashion, and he is said to have owned over 80 pairs of pants. Grover Cleveland is the first president to have gotten married while in office, and in fact, his wedding was held at the White House. Benjamin Harrison is the first president to have ever been the grandson of another president. He is the grandson of William Harrison, the one with the shortest presidential term. Grover Cleveland is the first president to have ever served 2 non-consecutive terms. William McKinley was known for having a special talent of remembering names and faces. Teddy Roosevelt became president at 42 following the assassination of William McKinley. This makes him the youngest person to ever become president. William Taft holds the record of the heaviest president. He weighed over 300 pounds entering his presidency. Woodrow Wilson is considered the most educated president. He has a PhD from Johns Hopkins in history and political science. Warren Harding has the largest shoe size of any president to date. He wore a size 14 shoe. Calvin Coolidge was known as Silent Cal. This is due to the fact that in many interviews, he would only answer questions with the one-word answer of yes or no. Herbert Hoover was the first president to be born west of the Mississippi. FDR served 4 presidential terms. That's twice as many as any other president has ever served. Harry S. Truman's middle name is in fact just the letter S. The S does not stand for anything. Dwight Eisenhower loved to golf, and in fact, he had a putting green installed on the White House lawn when he was president. Whereas Teddy Roosevelt became president at 42 following the assassination of the previous president, JFK was elected for president at 43 years old. This makes him the youngest elected president. Lyndon Johnson had phones installed in the White House bathrooms because he never wanted to miss an important phone call. Richard Nixon is the only U.S. president to have ever resigned office. Gerald Ford turned down the opportunity to play for both the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Jimmy Carter was the first president to ever be born in a hospital. Ronald Reagan was known for his love of jelly beans. George H.W. Bush declared publicly that he thought broccoli was disgusting. And so, in protest of this, California farmers shipped him literal tons of it. Bill Clinton is the first U.S. president to have ever been a Rhodes Scholar. George W. Bush is the first president to have ever had twin daughters. Barack Obama is a huge fan of Spider-Man, and in fact, upon getting elected, a comic was made where Spider-Man and Barack Obama met each other. Donald Trump makes a cameo in the movie Zoolander, in which he praises Derek Zoolander as an awesome model. Joe Biden had a debilitating stutter in his childhood that he overcame. Donald Trump started his second term at 78 years and 220 days. This makes him the oldest person to have ever started term as president. Enjoy your 250, America!